Hey everyone. So today I have my brother, CFA, John Peralta CFA. Um,
Hello.
we're not beside each other right now. We're actually in different locations. Undo
Yeah,
that.
he's on the west coast. I'm in the Midwest.
You're in the Midwest right now, but
I
yeah,
don't know. Is that considered Midwest, like prairies?
I don't even know.
Do people know what the prairies are in
You're a
America?
mountain time, so I don't think Denver is considered
Oh
Midwest.
man, I'll send you a pic next time of the Rockies from the plane. You'll be like, it's real nice, honestly.
Okay,
I'll send it in a family chat or
so we're
something.
about to put this guy through a coding interview, like I do with all my candidates in this channel. Just give a quick introduction on yourself. A little bit of background. How many leak code questions have you solved? Where are you at with your coding journey? Pretty much that, and then we'll find some good questions for you.
Sure. My educational background, I'm a finance major. I hold the CFA's Chartered Financial Analyst designation. I've been I've done a couple roles in my career. I've worked as a financial advisor for about 4 years. Prior to my current role, I was working as an asset liability management analyst at a credit union for about 3 years. So in that role, I was pretty much managing like loans, deposits, and a bunch of finance stuff with that. In my new role, so I'm not really new. I've been 3 years working in real estate asset management. I got into coding about 4, 5 months ago, mostly Python, mostly vibe coding, mostly with AI. So mostly working with AI and then trying to build a equity research analyst that's AI based. How many lead code questions?
Hmm.
Probably less than 40, honestly. Probably less than 40, I'd say.
So you've been vibe coding.
Yeah, I'm a vibe coder cuz yeah, like I obviously I've never ever I don't have a background in tech. I have a background in finance. I just got into tech for fun, really. Like I'm not really trying to switch careers or anything
Hmm.
like that. I just kind of enjoy your content and I want to be on your stream from time to time. So I do lead code.
Okay, cool. So let's just work through a very simple question right now. So I'm gonna give you a very specific question and tell you to solve it in a specific way. I just need to see your coding
What model
skills.
do I use? I'm just okay. What model do I use for vibe coding? I don't use I don't vibe code the same way as other people do because I try to learn as I vibe code, if that makes sense. So I don't use Windsurf. I've tried what do you call it? GitHub Copilot. I've I never really enjoyed it. What I do is I use ChatGPT to brainstorm my ideas, and then I take the code that ChatGPT writes, and then I put it into the terminal, refactor it. That way, I can learn a little bit as I use AI versus just like having AI um, write the code for me, hit. Hopefully, it works. Like I don't vibe code the normal way. Learn NeoVim. Oh man.
Okay. Let's get into this. So
Okay, yeah,
this is
let's
the
run it.
first prompt.
How do you even get into that?
Oh shoot. Let me send you the link. Give me a sec.
Send it to Gmail or whatever.
I'll send it here.
Not gonna lie, Amazon Q is terrible. I have an insider scoop on Amazon Q actually. Where'd you send that? Oh, Castle Ridge Rabs. Replit. I have to sign up for
Just
this?
sign in. So
Sign in with what though?
just regular
Yeah.
email.
Okay, no, I got it.
You're a vibe
Is this
coder.
a
You identify as a vibe coder or a real coder.
I identify as like a I don't identify. I identify as a hobbyist.
Alright.
I don't know if that's even fair to say. But I've definitely vibe coded my way through a lot.
What the hell is vibe coding?
What is vibe coding? I don't even know. It's just something that people complain about on social media, seemingly. Like they're like, oh, vibe coding, like it creates terrible code. There's gonna be peace out. Got to wake up at 3 a.m.
Okay,
But
work through this first question.
write a program that prints the numbers from 1 to 100, but for multiples of 3, print fizz instead of the number, and for multiples of 5, print buzz. For numbers which are multiples of 3, print fizz buzz. Bro, okay, what's my approach to this? I'm gonna run a for loop for I in range length of for I in range 101, I think. Um, use the modulo function, like use a if, elif, else block or whatever it's called, and then the first if statement, if it's a 3 and a 5, I'll put fizzbuzz. If it's a 3, if the remainder is like not equal to 0 for 3 and 5, I'll print fizzbuzz. Then elif, if it's multiple, if modulo 3
Okay, wait, write it down.
put fizz. What?
Just write down
Write
the
it
notes
down.
here. Like what you're thinking. You're
Oh,
saying
I
a
could
bunch.
write at the
Yeah.
same time. Oh man,
And remove the AI help. It's down here in the AI complete.
where's the AI help?
Bottom left.
Disable that.
Yeah, AI autocomplete. Remove it.
Is it good now?
Yeah.
No, it's still helping though.
Where?
It's helping me. Like I could tell it's helping me. Like when I print,
But it's just auto completing. It says print and it's showing the different options, right? That's
yeah,
fine.
it
It's
says
not.
values. Oh, that's
That's
not
fine. That's
cheating.
not cheating. That's like auto. This is a regular autocomplete. And
Oh
Paul's
man,
asking how much experience. Oh, Madi, how much experience? Like, not that
like
much.
pretty much little
I
little
mean,
to
3 to 4
none, man.
months grinding.
I'm a
Like,
finance guy by trade.
yeah.
Like I'm
Okay.
a portfolio manager. I'm not a
One
quant.
thing I'll just say up front right now is like you said a lot. Like write it down. Like write down the notes when you're saying it. Like what you're gonna do. Like at a high level, just jot down some notes so
Okay.
it's on the editor.
Okay. So I'm gonna use a for loop. Use a for loop,
Sure.
and then use the func modulo function to determine if a specific number is a multiple of 3 or 5. Use else, if, elif, else code block to figure out what to print out of the 3 options, and then use an and statement. Does that even make
What's an
sense? Is
and
that good enough?
statement? Use an and
Like
statement.
like
Okay.
for this FizzBuzz, right? For numbers which are multiples of 3 and 5, don't I have to use an and statement for that?
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and write out the code. I think it makes a bit of sense what you're trying to do here.
Oh man, if I was born 10 years
They're saying
earlier,
this
I
would
would
get
be
you in
way richer.
Fang back in 2010.
Really?
There's been a lot of inflation of lead code skills, but go
Dude,
ahead.
finance is way worse.
Don't get distracted.
um, if I modulo 3 is not equal to, wait, if it's if it's a multiple of 3 and I modulo 5 is equal to 0, return, or like I'm supposed to print it out?
Yeah, print it out onto the screen.
Print every single one?
Yeah. So
Um,
we're gonna write a program that prints numbers from 1 to 100.
okay. I just never ever did something like this where it doesn't just run. Like you don't return a list or something. I never really wrote this type of code before. Print is this how people usually do interviews?
Yeah, you're mocking one right now.
Dang. I modulo 3 print. What am I supposed to print? Fizz. Else. Oh. What's the chat saying? Am I getting roasted?
No, you're good right now.
Oh, perfect. Would this run?
Okay. Walk me through the code.
Wait. Print 5. Buzz. Else. Print I. Then I gotta put a 1 here. What the heck? Why is this linting? Oh. Okay, walk me through the code.
Wait. Okay. Yeah. Walk me through the code.
For I in range 1 to 100. So the way Python works is when you have a range, I don't know, like this is just how the range function works. It just doesn't include the last number. And then it always includes the first number. So this part just prints from 1 to 100. If I divided by 3, this modulo function returns the remainder of I divided by 3. If it's not equal to 0, it's like not, what do you call it? It's not divisible by 3. And then same thing here, right? So then you're supposed to print FizzBuzz. And then I use that AND statement that I was talking about right here.
Yeah. Okay. Why did you order these in this specific way? The statements.
Yeah.
What? Why? Why'd you order it in this specific?
I just ordered it because I just ordered it based on what I was thinking at the time. Like I just figured it would be hard. Like if you say if I modulo 3 is equal to 0, it won't run the code block right away. Does that make sense?
Basically, what I'm asking is, let's refactor your code.
Like this, it won't, like, if you don't put the AND statement first, it'll only run, it won't check for the second condition of the AND statement.
So you're saying it'll print fizz when it should have printed FizzBuzz for that number?
Yeah, like if you don't, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. That's the reason why I did that first.
Okay, nice.
But really, I think I lucked out with that because I just put it on the notes, like you said, use an AND statement, and then that's kind of what I went through first. But then looking at the code now, it wouldn't run, right? Because, like, for example, the way that I wrote it, elif I modulo 3, it would only run if, like, you wouldn't run the code blocks after that if it passed, right? And then it wouldn't check the AND statement.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. No, good job. Okay. Now I want you to refactor this code, and I want you to return me a list where every index starting from like it'll be like a list of like, okay, what's one? One is just one, right? Because it's not divisible by any of this. Two would be two.
Does my code even run?
I mean, okay, run some test cases on it. Test your code. Quick.
Okay. Yeah, do whatever you said you were gonna do.
Or
Or tell me to do
it
what
works.
you.
It works for sure. We don't need to.
All right,
we
all
need
right.
to look at it, but like,
I'm
okay,
not
we
used
want
to
you.
this
We
stuff.
want. I want you to refactor your code so that you return me a list of all the elements from 1 to 100, and it'll like in the list would be the result. It would be like this would be Fizz. It'd be like 3, 4.
Okay,
You see what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Like
no, I know.
Buzz.
Um,
Nice.
I'm just gonna not even put a thing in there. Answer dot append is Man, why are you typing so hard?
I'm writing notes.
Oh, that's what you do? Okay. Dang. I think I need to learn NeoVim so I don't have to be copying and pasting like this. I think you're supposed to do this. Is this not a thing? Array. Something like that.
Don't type it. Don't type it. This guy's getting fancy. Okay, right.
I'm just trying to
Okay, run the code. Like
surprise some people.
run the code.
Do you
like,
want me to print it
out
too, or
onto
no?
print it onto the console.
All right.
We don't print these anymore.
Okay.
These out there no more.
Whoa. Oh man, my interviewer literally out here. What's it called? Doing something for me. All the negative signals.
Nah, this is good. You did good. Okay, yeah, you refactored your code.
Do I hit it?
Nice. Cool.
Did it work?
Yeah. What's your runtime? What's your runtime and space complexity here?
In this one?
Yeah.
O(n) time, O(n) space.
O(n) time, O(n) space.
Yeah. So O(n) time because I only go through the list one or like the range once, and then O(n) time because like actually, yeah, O(n) space because I just like make a new list for every single I in the range.
Okay. But like, if this only goes up to 101 and that's the max, or does that every single time, like what would that change your runtime complexity here? Of this function FizzBuzz?
Will it change the runtime complexity?
Yeah, that this is bounded by 101.
No, it won't change. It'll still be O(n) time and space.
Yeah, like a O(101) operation. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Like O(n) means it grows linearly with the input.
Yeah.
Like, is this growing at all, this function?
No.
So if it doesn't grow, it doesn't grow linearly with the input.
Like I don't get what you mean because like for example here I'm not inputting any. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
there's
just
no
getting
input.
confused here. There's no input.
Okay.
So it's like let's say though I input a range.
So every time you call this function, will it ever get longer, or will it always just stay the
Yeah.
same?
No,
When
it'll
will it get
grow.
longer?
If you put a bigger range.
Yeah,
So it
but
grows
it's just bounded.
linearly, right?
Basically, okay, what I'm just trying to say is it's a constant time operation. It'll
Oh
always run
man.
101 times.
Yeah. But if you change the range, like if I were to put range in here, right? If I put a
Like an N there, right?
range, right? And then I put range here. Now it's all then. But that's kind of what I was talking
Okay,
about,
yeah, okay, yeah. I'm
right?
not docking you
Let
on
me
that.
continue.
Like, yeah, you do it. I
Yeah.
wouldn't dock you on that. I just need
Yeah.
to just like understand that part. Actually, I'll give you a bit of a dock on that. So,
Dang.
small
It's
amounts
okay.
on runtime complexity, but otherwise good.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna go through. Not bad, not bad. We're gonna go through the second question.
Yeah, people. Oh man, I'm a like a self described no hire.
No, you no. That was actually good. Okay.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
this a
That's
easy
good. That was
question?
good.
Like, what is that lead? What is that level?
FizzBuzz, like it's an easy question, but like given your background, like we're ramping it up, right? We're not gonna. I think for like intern position, that's not bad. I've seen people get asked that and still fold. Honestly. Um.
And
So this is my next question. So gonna be given a random, like given a integer x, right?
dang, Jonathan. Hey, yes, hire for a junior dev.
Okay, John, pay
Oh
attention to
my
this.
bad. Okay.
We're given an integer x. Return true if x is a palindrome. False otherwise. Right. So it's like, let me just give you some cases. Input equals 3. What's the output here?
True.
Why?
It's a
Paul said
palindrome
higher
number.
for unpaid intern.
Oh man, dude, I feel like I already done this question before, but yeah, that's a true. Because
Okay,
like
input.
it's the same backwards and frontwards.
Okay, 1, 2, 2, 1.
Yeah,
Output.
that's a true.
Okay. What about negative 1, 2, 1, 3, 1?
Given an integer, would this be false? Because it's a negative symbol at the
Yeah.
end.
Okay.
All right.
So you're given an integer. Write me a function that takes in a random integer and just returns true or false. If
All
it's a
right.
palindrome or not. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh man, unpaid intern. I can't even live with unpaid. Is palindrome, and then candidate. Let's just call that I don't know. Oh man, I went straight to coding. Oh god.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
basically,
Talk about your
basically, oh
code.
god. This is if you had to ask me what my strengths and weaknesses are, my biggest weakness is I just try to I'm like a results driven guy to a fault. I want to see
I
results
mean, you
from
caught yourself. You
straight.
caught yourself anyway. So
Yeah,
okay, go
yeah.
ahead.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 2 pointers. For example, here, right? I'm gonna do how do people make a pointer? Like P1. Right? I'm gonna put a pointer here first. Something like that. Oh man.
Just do this. Just do this. I'll show you
bad.
one thing. Go back. Wait. Let me go to this. Like just you could just like. There's too much characters. Just do like a left and a right or something.
Oh, okay, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, you basically gave me the answer at this point, right?
Not
Start
really.
with two pointers, one on the far left and then one on the far right,
Sure.
right? That's what you're
No,
saying?
I didn't say
Yo,
anything.
Harold, what's up? Um, one on the left and one on the right, and then do a while loop while the index of the left pointer is less than the right pointer. If those equal the same, then continue, else print return false right away. And then that'll be uh that would be O1 space O then time.
Sure.
All
Okay.
right.
So how are we gonna do this? Like, what's the code gonna look like?
What's the code gonna
So
look
you do
like?
two pointers, station them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put an input here. Is that a thing? Integer. Let's just put that. Given an integer x, integer x. Integer x. So I'll do pointer 1, pointer 2, 0.
Yeah, we're given an integer.
Oh
I'm spelling
god,
that wrong.
I'm ESL. Pointer 1, pointer 2, length of, wait, since it's an integer, I have to make it a string, eh? Because if I can't just run length on that. So I have to do, so now instead of O1 space, it's O van space. Or no, I don't even know how that works now. Like how would
That's
I
fine.
even
You
count?
convert it to a string. That's cool.
Okay. Um, subject integer. Let's do as string equals string integer. Length of as string. While pointer 1 less than pointer 2, if pointer 1 as string, pointer 1 is equal to as string pointer 2. What do you call it? Pointer 1 plus equal to 1, pointer 2 minus equal to 1, else return false, and then return true.
Okay, walk me through this. Let's dry run this code on for me.
Why'd you add so many lines at the end? Is that just a
Oh,
normal
sorry,
senior
my bad.
dev thing?
No, no, no.
Okay.
Too. Dry run me
Okay.
the code. Dry run the code.
Dry run you the code.
Yeah.
So you put in an integer here.
Sure.
I turn the integer to a string.
Sure. So let's work with this one specifically. So we call your function is palindrome on this number.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, now dry run me, like what's happening here.
So this becomes a string, right?
Sure.
This becomes a string on this line,
Sure.
right? And then I initiate a pointer 1 and a pointer 2, which starts at the extreme left and then the extreme right of the string. My bad here. And then while pointer 1 is less than pointer 2, so while the left and the right here aren't crossed yet, I do this thing where it basically checks if they're the same. If the elements are the same.
Okay.
And then if they are, I just increment the pointer 1 to the right and then the pointer 2 to the left. If they're not equal the same, I just return false. And then if the entire while loop completes, it just returns true.
Sure. Okay. Test it out on some examples and let's see.
Okay. Like, do you want me to get fancy with this one? Just
What do you mean fancy?
I don't know, for I.
No, just write out like 5 or 6, like 3 test cases with random numbers, and I want to see that you can capture edge cases.
Like this should be. Could you see it when I run it?
Yeah. So what should that be?
Like it didn't even print on my console. Oh.
It's printing right there.
Oh crap! Is there a way to get this down here? Oh, here. Hell yeah. Oh. Man, I never tried this replit stuff. It looks pretty cool. Print 3 ran, right?
Yeah.
What was the other one that you wanted to try? 1, 2, 2, 1. Let's do -131. It ran false, so that's right. Oh man.
Okay, put 131.
It ran true.
Nice.
Oh man, the social developer guy wants to get cooked. Give him a lead code. Super hard.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. We're going to the final question. You're higher so far.
Oh man, did I say the Oven? Did I say it right? I said Oven. Space Oven run time. Oven space Oven time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. We're posting in this new one. Wait, let me fix this.
Whoa. Dang.
Let me fix this.
Wonder if you can do some magic for O1 space. Dang. These guys getting fancy with that. Yo, could you explain to me why a hash map's O1's like constant space or constant time when you search it? How does that even work?
How does it work? Oh, everyone's saying exceptional higher. Bro, I'll get into hash map before.
Is this normal? Like, I feel like these guys are playing right now though.
Like, are you familiar with a hash function is? A hash function? Like what hashing is?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I'll explain this let's get it. Let's finish this interview question. I'll do a video on that. I didn't realize
do one on like why is the dot sort function n log n and why is searching with the hash map O1 time.
Okay, yeah. Message me that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So this is the next question, right? I'll let you go ahead and read that. It's more string manipulation, but we're pretty much given a string sentence that consists of words separated by spaces. Each word consists of a lowercase and uppercase, only of lowercase and uppercase letters. We want to convert each sentence into Goat Latin. And these are the conditions to converting it to Goat Latin.
Okay.
So if a word begins with a vowel, append MA to it. So let's see. Right here, right? I starts with a vowel, so we append MA to the end of it. If a word begins with a consonant, anything not a vowel, remove the first letter and append it to the end. So S right here, right? We moved it to the end here.
Wait, where are you at? Oh, my bad.
So here, I'll break it down right here. Right? I, right, turns into IMA because it's the first rule.
Yeah.
Right.
Your output's tweaking though.
What
You
output?
put 2 A's on it.
Yeah, that's the last condition.
Oh.
Speak, right? Since it's a consonant, it's not a vowel. We take the first letter and throw it in the back. Right? Remove the first letter and append it to the end. Then you add the MA. Right? And then the final condition is add one letter A to each of the word based on its index in the sentence, starting with 1. So since this is the first index, we just add 1 A. Since this is the second index, we add 2 A's. Does it make sense?
What? No.
Okay, I'll let you read the question.
Maybe if I
Digest
read
the
the
question
question.
and work through the examples and reason about it. You got 30 minutes on this question.
Damn. Holy crap. 30? Is this a medium?
No, it's an easy question. Or we'll give you
What
20
the
something.
hell? Paul, man. The reason why
Just
I don't know
answer this one.
about okay, yeah.
Focus
I
on
just
the
don't
thing.
know about crypto because it's not a real asset class, right? You are given a string sentence that consists of
shots.
words
Okay, go.
separated by spaces. Each word consists of lowercase and uppercase letters only. We would like to convert the sentence to Goat Latin, a made-up language similar to Pig Latin. The rules of Goat Latin are as follows. If a word begins with a vowel, A, E, I, O, U, you append ma to the end of the word. For example, the word apple becomes apple ma. If a word begins with a consonant, not a vowel.
Consonant.
Okay. If a word begins with a consonant, not a vowel, remove the first letter and append it to the end. Then add ma. So if a word is not in that A-E-I-O-U thing, then add ma, remove the first letter, and then append ma to it. Okay. So I'm just gonna start making. Can I start making what do you call it? Notes here.
Yeah, write notes at the
This
bottom.
is actually kind of hard.
Kind of explain example 1 here and why just like walk through the example. Figure out why this outputs this.
Why this outputs this?
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna go sentence by sentence,
Sure.
right? So like what I'm thinking is I'm just making my notes here. You're given a string sentence that consists of words segregated or separated by spaces. So I need to firstly take the string and then manipulate it into a list of the individual words. That's what I would do from the jump, because then I'd have a problem like what that last dude had with what do you call it, immutable thing, whatever, right?
Sure.
And then that makes it easier for me to do this part of it, like the Applemon stuff. Like the main problem that will not get me the job is I actually don't know how to separate the string into a list. But I'll figure out a way. It might be janky, but I think that would be hard for me.
Okay, like there's a split function.
Okay. Now I know. Now I know. Uh, you are given a string that consists of words separated by spaces. So I'm gonna dot split. Um, use the dot split, and then I guess you put in a space or something like that. I'll figure out the syntax.
Sure.
Um, you're given a string sentence that consists of words separated by spaces. Each word consists of a lowercase and uppercase letters only. Um, immediately, what I think about that is um, I'm going to have a hard time.
What? Stop looking at the chat, bro.
Yeah. I'm trying to look for hints.
Nah, don't look.
But yeah,
Turn that thing over.
okay, let me
Yeah, turn
turn
it
the
over.
chat off. Okay, I'll remove the chat. um, what was I saying again? The problem that I'm going to have is I'm gonna search for this, but I don't know if like I might be like I'm probably gonna make a list and or I'm gonna make a hash set. So it's O1 space lookup.
We're saying if a word begins. Okay, walk through
Yeah,
this input right
so
here.
so like what I have to do for this input is I have to split this into a list like this, right?
Yeah.
So I have to do I speak goat Latin, right? And then seemingly what I have to do is I have to go into each one and then pull the first letter and then see if it's in this if it's in this list of AEIOU, right?
Sure.
The problem with just searching it like that is I'll have to check whether or not like I'll have to search this I as a lower in my hash set. The reason why I'm using a hash set is I want once uh like I want constant lookup,
You want constant
constant time
lookup.
lookup.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
convert this I into a hash set.
No, I'm gonna initiate a hash set with AEIOU.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna have
Sure.
like a hash set like that.
Okay. Sure.
Vowels equals this, right?
Sure.
And then that'll give me O1, like that'll give me constant lookup time.
Sure.
But yeah, so what I'll have to do is I'll have to look up the I dot lower or like the first um, element of each string and the dot lower of that and see if it's in the vowels. And if it is, do whatever logic this is. So if a word begins with a vowel, append ma to the end. So I'm just gonna put that there. If whoa, what the heck? Um, uh, so um, if in vowels, then do uh, append ma, right?
Sure.
Something like that.
To that one.
Um, I think that hits this one. If a word begins with a constant, not a vowel, remove the first letter and then append it to the end
Yep.
and then ma. So then um, that would be O when runtime.
Doesn't matter. Don't focus on that part. Like if you wanna,
Oh, I don't
yeah,
care.
don't
You
care
don't
about
care
that.
about
Don't care
that.
about that.
Yeah, that would be like pretty hard though. Like I would just take that initial list, and then take a slice of the first, like everything except the first. Put that first index, then add ma to the end of it. Elif, not in vowels. Append. What do you call it? Like I would do a slice, so string, and then do like 1, 2, like that, and then concat. String dot 1, I think, and then ma to it, and then that's what I'll do. And then that specific letter becomes this type of thing.
Sure.
Right?
Okay. What about the last? Okay. When we Okay. What about this last part? Add one letter.
Add one letter.
Yeah. Add one letter.
For example, add one letter A to the end of each word per its word index in the sentence.
Yeah.
Starting with 1. For example, the first words get 1A added to the end. Okay, so I have to set up a counter at like I have to set up a counter seemingly. I don't know if I run that at the end.
Yeah, you could do whatever, but
Yeah, I might just run that at the
do
end.
you
But
see
then
here, right here? This has an extra A. This has 2 extra A's.
is that?
Like my output here. So yours is only gonna. This has 1 A. This has 2 A's, right?
Yeah.
So get it
Yeah,
into the
no, I
right
get
output.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just have to do a count of each, and then I'll just set up a counter, and then that way I could do this in like faster.
Okay. Okay. I think the code makes sense. Go ahead and implement that.
Oh man. Oh, I'm itching to know what the chat's saying. God. Okay, let me put I speak Goat Latin as the initial input, right? Honestly, I should have just wrote the code. Input equals this. Define. They're picky with the names, so how do I get this? To Goat Latin. And put in the input. All right. Okay, the first challenge is going to be firstly take the string and then manipulate it into a list. Let's do test equals answer or input dot split, and then check this, and then hopefully
What's test? Oh, you're
I'm just testing if that actually runs. Like I don't even know if that outputs a list or something. I don't even know what that does actually.
Okay. How are you gonna test it?
I just ran the code, and then hopefully it works. It doesn't run because I didn't call the variable. Just run it. It worked. Perfect.
Sure.
So I'm gonna do for LM in
For time, we have about 10 minutes left.
Dang. Oh god. For
You get the nerves kicking in. You're going to...
for let's call this sentence for words.
We can't
For
just do
word
3-hour videos like we were doing when we
words.
first started the channel.
Oh man, for word and words. And then initiate. Bro, you had me put it up here. I could have just had it down here. What if you call your interview bro? Like, that's bad,
Um,
right? That's
a
bad
lot of
manners.
Gen Z people are doing that these days. I think it's not professional.
Dang. I see. But I'm like a boomer or whatever. So if I do for word in words, I check if word if word what word like what did I say? I said this in vowels. What did I say here? For if word in vowels, if in vowels dot append ma, right? So I'm gonna put word equals. Oh, and I want to put a counter. Counter equals 0. Word. Let's see. Words. Counter equal to words counter is equal to word. What did I say here? Word dot concat word and then ma.
Concat's a function?
Is it?
There you go.
Dang. I'm talking Excel, right?
You can just
It's
do word
joining.
plus MA plus.
It's okay. I got it.
Sure. Does that work?
Does that? I feel like it does, right?
That doesn't work. Doesn't work.
It doesn't work?
Yeah. Just
What?
do a simple like word plus like.
Oh. Word plus ma. Counter. Oh, wait. I have to do counter plus. Wait. What the heck? Plus counter plus 1. And then I have to put as many A's. Add 1 letter for A. Plus counter 1 times A. Is that even a thing? Oh man, 10 minutes though. I just have to run with that. For word in words, if word blah 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 in vowels dot lower. Elif or no. But just do a else, right? Then what did I say up here? Else. Dude. Words. No, man. Okay, how do I get this? Elif not in vowels. I'm just gonna hopefully.
Yeah, how are you gonna push it to the back?
Words. Counter equal to word 1 like this plus word like this. And then add this. Is that gonna run even?
So 1 and then this to 1. And then what? What's happening? What are we returning?
Elif I think I have to do an elif here.
LF what?
No, I don't. I think this will run. I want to try it and then see an error and then iterate.
Sure. Go ahead.
Frick, what the heck? Return.
Return none.
Words.
I mean, we want to return a string.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to check.
Okay.
What? Why does my goat not work though? Like this is what I'm trying to get at, right?
Okay, what's this right here? What is this doing?
So I'm taking the 0 to 1. So I'm taking the first letter of every word.
Okay.
Right?
What
I mean, I could just do
disappeared?
it. I could just do this, honestly. So, right?
Okay,
But this
I
is small.
disappeared.
What? What? What are you doing? What? What's happening?
You see the output? The output is here.
Where?
On the right.
What?
You don't see the
Okay,
console?
yeah, it's no, I see it at the bottom now. I can't, I deleted the YouTube thing.
Yeah, you see the output, right?
Yeah,
Like, open up the console for yourself and check it.
yeah. Yeah, I put the wrong thing in though. I speak Goat Latin. Let me change the input up.
No, like that input is the right input, but it's just outputting the wrong result.
What? How? I speak Goat Latin? Counter 0. Like I don't even increment the counter though. Plus equal to 1. Counter plus equal to 2. I'm a Pixma. Oh, somehow this is wrong though. Oh. What? Do I not put the ma in here? Like it looks right, but it's not right.
What's wrong?
Like I don't have a ma here.
Where?
Right here. Holy, my ears are ringing from the pressure. What the heck? I must Pixma Ot Gamma Atin Lama. Hell yeah, Iran. Right. Iran, right.
Okay. It doesn't look correct. Though it's coming up in a.
It doesn't look correct.
I mean, it looks
How's
correct,
that?
but we need to return a string at the end.
Oh. Dot join words. Oh God. There you go. Heck yeah, Iran. I got too excited. Now that's a negative signal, eh?
Yeah, keep your cool. Keep your cool during the interview.
Oh man. I'm not used to pressure situations. It's not like basketball. I just need more time in the
Okay. I'm running
game.
it on the. I'm running it.
Running it on what? Like how are you running it?
Like on LeetCode. You can open up the. You can open up the chat or open back up.
Oh, I
Open
can
up.
open up
Open up and
YouTube?
look and look.
Holy, that was high
about to run
pressure.
it.
Did I
We'll see. I'm about to click submit. You looking? You're watching?
What?
You're watching?
I'm watching what?
The stream? Boom!
Wait, where? Oh man. Oh hell yeah! What did it say? Oh,
Pizza.
beats 100%. Is that capping? Is it because
No.
you're in SF and you're close to the server?
No. No, honestly, good job, man. Chat, how do you think he did?
Oh man, did I use all the right words? Like I use the good buzzwords like hash map, hash set.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's walk through this. Let me make notes here. Um,
Holy, I feel like when you said that there's 10 minutes remaining,
you just got scared.
yeah, I got
Exactly.
scared.
That's
I
exactly what I had to
tweaked.
do.
I tweaked when you said it was 10 minutes left.
Somebody said we're converting you from unpaid to paid now.
Who said that?
Jay Hung. Paul,
Oh man,
what are you giving this
that's
guy
lit.
for that interview?
Holy. What, like those were easy questions though. Was
Yeah.
my code verbose?
Nah, the code is good, man. Honestly, you're getting a
Really?
pass for an intern.
No way. Really?
Yeah, honestly, that was a good
That was
job for an
that was
intern. That's
hard.
a
I feel
definitely a
like
good, strong, solid hire. Solid hire, I would say.
was the start of it like a hard What that was hard though,
What
I
do you mean?
feel. Like I had to really get into this part of it was tough.
Which part?
Like I don't know what Goat Latin is, so I didn't even know, dude,
Yeah,
I did not I was bad at English. I was like, what the heck is a consonant?
yeah,
And then I kind of had a problem with that. But then I just realized if it's not in the hash set, I'm good.
yeah.
That's kind of how
Okay.
I kind of ran it.
Okay. Let me give you. How do you think you did? I always ask people that.
Um, I thought I did pretty good because I actually managed to solve every single question pretty quick.
Yeah. Three questions in the span of an hour. Yeah.
Yeah,
What else? Like, what?
yeah.
What do you think? Where do you think you struggled with? I'm just trying to see how you felt the interview was.
I think I struggled with talking about my logic before writing up the code. That's my main thing. Um, like I still because I write a lot of Excel, I like concat is an Excel function and I just didn't know how to do that concat thing unless you told me. I didn't know how to do the dot split method. Like I probably seen the dot split method before. I just don't remember it though.
Hmm.
Um
So just syntax stuff.
yeah, that type of thing. But yeah, I think the main piece was like thinking about the logic and then writing out the notes as I think is a definite pain point for me.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. For Q1, definitely a pass there. I think you have
What
a
was Q1?
FizzBuzz. FizzBuzz.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So good understanding of the if else conditions. You ordered them properly. Candidates mess that up too when they order the if else statements first. So if it's module 3, it just keeps hitting that, but
Yeah.
it should have not. It should have like printed FizzBuzz instead of Fizz kind of thing. That's like the main gotcha with that question people fail on.
Did I get that?
Yeah, you got that. You understood the modulo operation. I mean, that's
Yeah.
also yeah. So I
I
see
think
you
somehow
understand
that's like
basics.
something I started with. Yeah.
You understood how to loop for from 1 to 101. Understood that it's exclusive or to the last number. That's why you wrote 101. So I think that's also not trivial, knowing how to loop a certain amount of times. Um,
Nice.
I told you to extend the function so you're able to refactor it. I don't know. Overall, good job on the first question. Definitely a higher on that. You definitely
Heck
know how to code.
yeah.
Small minus on the runtime complexity. Like if something is a constant, if it's gonna run
Yeah.
101 times, every single time you run it, it doesn't grow at all. So it's just
Yeah.
constant time, right? But
Okay.
so just remember that. Q2, um, checking if a palindrome integer was a palindrome. Yeah, I think good intuition on converting it. You can't just run it on a string, or you can't run it on integer. You can turn it into a string. Code was clean, giving you a pass on that as well.
Nice.
Q3. Yeah, Q3. I think you said that you struggled with talking about the logic before writing code, but you did do that though. Like you did talk about it before writing the code, so I wouldn't dock you there. But because you caught yourself, the important part is catching yourself. So you're about to do it, then you're like, oh, caught
Yeah.
myself, and then you did
Yeah, I
it. So
don't remember how I feel like I was in the zone on that. So I don't even remember. Honestly, this was 1 hour long.
yeah, you're locked in, huh?
Damn. Yeah, like that flew by quick time,
Yeah. Yeah,
to be honest.
good way, like you're able to digest the code, like what it's saying. It's a lot of words. I've already folded people with this question before, so you're able to solve it, which is good.
Oh,
People who are
dang.
actually comp sci majors, so like I
Dang.
think, yeah, good job on that. Let's see. Yeah, I think good intuition with stuff like using a hash map here. What if you
Yeah.
didn't use a hash map? How would it
What if I
scale?
didn't use
Like,
a
would this
hash
make
map?
it? So, like, if you didn't use a hash map, right? You turned
Like
it.
if I use a list,
Yeah, if you turned into a list
it would be oven runtime.
or OVN, but it only has seven operations. One, two,
O seven run.
or
Yeah.
six. One, two, three.
Yeah.
So is that the same as this?
Maybe, yeah, it is
Yeah, they're
actually.
both constant, right?
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
but I
yeah,
would
my
still turn it
bad.
into a hash map. This is still better because it's still like it is constant in runtime, but in real life it's still suboptimal. But
So just always use a set. Like from my understanding, you always should use a set.
yeah, you
I
should use
just
a
watched
set.
that on a YouTube short. You just use a hash map if you can and a hash set if you can.
Yeah, yeah. But like just know that like pretend here, right? Because you're trying to turn this into a O1 operation when you turn it into a hash set, right? Checking if vowel is in vowel, checking if the first letter is in vowels. You're trying to turn this operation to O1, isn't it? That's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
It's like, but what if this was just a list? Then like it would just be a O6 operation here.
Yeah. It would still be constant, so it's like doesn't affect big O.
Doesn't affect big O, but it does affect real life. So I would just, but like you see what's happening here, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know. Good job. Like you implemented it well. Like this is good syntax here for generating a bunch of A's and
Yeah.
appending it to the end.
Yeah.
I think you have good debugging skills. You're figuring out that the counter, that's what was happening when you read the output. You figured out the MA here. You're doing a weird thing where you just love to slice. So you're like slicing even though you're grabbing one element. So this is like
Yeah.
if you're grabbing one element, just grab the index.
Okay.
You could probably
Yeah, I
clean
just
this.
wanted I
Yeah.
thought it was like a styling thing because like see here, I do that. So I figured that I would do the same thing here for legibility or whatever. But yeah, no, I get what you meant. Like that's the same thing as me. Like remember when I first started lead code, I would always like do the -1 at the end. That's just something I gotta fine tune out of my system.
Yeah. It's like what did this say? Add one letter. Wait, what were you saying? Remove the first letter. So you could have did this. Like, I think this would still work. So you took the first letter of word and you moved it to the back.
Yeah.
That would still work, but like, yeah, that's the same thing as this, anyways. But
Yeah, that's what yeah.
one thing was like you could just move this counter out here. These are small nits, just so it avoids duplicating the count, like
Oh yeah.
within the word.
No, I see that now.
Otherwise, yeah, good job. You passed the interview. We're gonna.
Woo! What did the
That's
chat say? I
crazy,
have to I
man.
have to read what the chat
No,
say.
the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna stop the
You
recording
think
here.
you think it's good?